Figured I'd show you how this floor, how I lay it. I always start with the small lip towards the wall, and this wide lip will be the way I'll be laying my floor. And so you can see this next piece, because it lays in like this. And it's just easier to lay it on top of this lip versus tucking it underneath that lip. So this is the lip you want facing forward. Starting my row, I want this lip facing forward as well, so I'll lay the next piece into it. Piece that needs a notch cut out, like this one for example, obviously I can't score it and snap it with the utility knife, so that's where the table saw and the miter saw come in handy. So follow me. Whenever I come to a wall here where the floor extends like that, in order to make sure that my flooring will continue to run straight, I'll snap the line. Now, I hope that wall is straight with the floor, but 9 times out of 10 they're not. So what I'll do is I'll lay a piece of floor in here so I know where my front of my floor is all the way down through there. And it's 7 inches out, so I'll measure 7 inches on the other end. Run a line all the way down through over here. And then just hold that where the line is right at the front of that flooring, that piece of flooring I put down. And I can just measure off of that line for the width of my first row of flooring. Looks pretty straight, but you never know, so I always snap a line just to make sure. Whenever I have a pipe coming through the floor like this and there's a T or an apparatus on it, then obviously I can't just drill a hole in the floor and slide it down over top of the pipe because of this. What I'll have to do is either make sure I have a seam or a butt joint right there, and I'll assemble my run of flooring and then make sure the butt joint's right here, and while it's assembled I'll drill a hole, and then I can take it apart and slide it both sides of the pipe and then assemble it around the pipe. To drill a hole in this flooring, even though we got 2 separate pieces, I'll assemble the butt joints and then just use a 4-inch hole saw, which I'm lucky I got one. My buddy George bought me this, Some of you guys might recognize him on Brian's farming videos. George the trucker, the grain cart driver. Yeah, he bought me this, so thanks George. It's been real handy. I'm going to use this and very gently try to drill the hole while the pieces are perfectly lined up here. Alright, looks like we got us a hole. Now that I got my pieces drilled, my hole drilled here, I can go ahead and assemble the pieces. Oh man, so much for drilling a hole for it. I guess we got to replace the dryer vent. That's just my wife singing on the other side of the wall. Anyways, we'll go ahead and assemble this piece. We'll just pretend that's a good pipe still. Alright, so now that the piece is assembled, this is where it gets a little tricky. On a side note, I was able to put a full piece in, and that's my last piece, and it fits perfectly. How lucky can I get? Whenever I get to a room like this where I want to tie everything together, what I'll do is I'll bring it across and I'll lay it around the wall here and lay about 3 rows all the way down through this width of the room. And then once I've verified it's running straight with that floor, I'll maybe tack a screw at the end of the floor to hold it from moving, and I'll actually lay this last section here, I'll lay it backwards. Now that I got my strip laid through the room here, next thing I just need to do is lay this back into the wall there, and we'll be ready to go forward with it that way. No difference really by laying it backwards. I mean, it's this lip goes underneath that now. So right here, obviously, I don't have enough room to swing the hammer to tap this piece in place. That's where this pull bar comes in handy. And since I still got a factory edge here, I want to protect that. I will use it in combination with my tapping block, and it allows me to tap back here. On the last piece here, there's a couple of different options as far as locking it in. I'll either use my pull bar or just a regular flat bar. Pick it up slightly. Now you need to take the hammer and tap it in. Or I can use the pry bars and pry it in like this. Okay, last thing I need to do after I get all my floor done is take my screws back out that I installed to hold the floor in place temporarily. completes my flooring installation here in the kitchen and the living room. So I hope this was helpful. Like and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for more.